Feature Friday.
The freshest. Oh, we're live. That's good, but not live. Just don't worry about it.
Yeah, so everybody,
Welcome to Feature Friday Plus. Today is Sunday, and we have our first guest.
Yes, we got Alan Double A.
Hello, everyone.
If you're familiar with Dimash and sort of reaction channels, he's part of the community, and he does, like, I think, man, one of the most amazing work. And I don't even know how the idea even came to be that you wanted to translate the reactions and stuff. Like,
that's
it's nuts.
dope, and it takes so much work, I would imagine. That is incredible.
Yeah, I believe you saw my reactions, right? Because I've done like a couple of reactions. So
and you even reacted to Blackpink ones, didn't you?
Yeah, twice.
Twice.
I think twice. I didn't like them at all.
Yeah,
I didn't like them at all.
It's just it's a bit rough because
once you like somebody like Dimash, who's so musically rich, I guess. And it's finding somebody else that you like after that it will be a task.
What I find intriguing,
Yeah, agreed.
What I find intriguing though is, like, if you listen to someone like Dimash, right, and then you listen to someone like Blackpink, who's such marketing demons, like their marketing behind them is huge.
Yeah, it's just business.
Yeah, so you kind of then notice the industry, you know what I mean? Like, this is what's selling billions of views, and then you start wondering, so how come Dimash is not pulling billions of views? But it's just it depends on the market, you know what I mean? So I completely understand why some people might not like Blackpink, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
It's understandable completely. So you were doing reactions, and then
the quarantine began, and I thought, he's not releasing other songs, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. So I started watching other people's reactions.
Of course.
And I thought, yeah, when I scroll the comments on those reactions, a lot of Russian people ask other Russian people to translate those videos. And I thought, I can speak English. I can translate that. And
that's crazy, though.
The idea popped in my head, and then I started doing it. Your video is actually your first reaction, to the song called SOS.
Yes.
Has like 600,000 views.
In your channel?
On my channel, yeah.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, that's crazy, yeah.
That is nuts.
That's nuts. That's incredible. Honestly, I don't know how you do it. How long does it take you to translate this stuff?
So your videos are the longest because you talk a lot.
Oh my gosh!
And when you talk,
come on, man. Hey, why are you roasting us? I thought we were best friends.
Hey, I'm not roasting you. I just want to tell that when you talk about something, you like dig very deep into theme. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, that's why it takes so long for me to translate you.
Definitely.
Because the meaning of your words are just so complex. The meaning of what you're saying, and that's why it takes me so long.
Wow, thank you so much, honestly, for taking the time. That when I first saw you doing like translations to our videos, like the first one you posted, I was like, I cannot imagine how long and how time consuming it must be. Honestly, from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you. That is incredible, for real.
Yeah, no problem. So yeah, how long? The question was, how long does it take?
Yeah.
The last reaction that you did to the song Hello, I translated for 2.5 hours because it was damn crazy. Yeah, 2.5 hours.
Wow, that's damn crazy.
We'll put all your links and all your stuff in the channel and everything. That's amazing. No, because
honestly,
it's also we also know that some of the people that like Dimash a lot, they only speak Russian, right? But they still follow our channel. They still follow other review music channels and stuff like that. And I guess they might just follow along based on like facial expressions or maybe comments.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's such like such amazing work. So we leave all your links and everyone can check them out below and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
And
thank you.
But my question is, how big is Dimash in? Because you're originally from Kyrgyzstan.
Well, Kazakhstan is like 8 hours from my city, like 8 hours away.
Right.
Like on car, right? Driving. Yeah.
Well, if on car, it's like it'll take like 16 hours, but yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah.
We're close. We're pretty close.
That's cool,
we're neighbors.
And how? Because one of the things that I've been trying to understand, because it's so difficult, with the whole online world and stuff, like how it's difficult sometimes to know how like impactful an individual is on their country and culture, because he's obviously a ginormous entity in Asia, like completely in Asia. And now that he's done stuff in MTV, which I'm sure you're familiar with, you know, he's like he released his song I Miss You, didn't he? He released it as well in MTV, if I'm not mistaken.
On MTV, I don't know that.
I think he recently did, and somebody sent me a message saying that he's the first Kazakh person to ever be featured on an MTV ever. Yeah.
Yeah, we might have we might have to fact check that, brother. I'm not too sure, but we did receive a few emails saying something like that. So, so my question is how, like, because you're obviously from there, so how much of a sort of staple figure is he for his home country? Because I'd imagine he's like a god,
like a hero.
Well, you cannot. No, not at all. No,
really.
For example, in my country, Kyrgyzstan, which is the neighbor of Kazakhstan, not a lot of people know about Dimash. Yeah,
that is incredible.
You will be surprised. For example, people from Russia know about Dimash more than people from my country, for example.
How strange. What do you think that would be?
You know, prior Dimash became popular on the show Singer.
Yes.
He used to perform on Kazakh TV shows and etc. But he didn't become popular because like our media is like very closed and stuff. He cannot become popular in our countries.
I see.
Yeah. So what he did is he went to China and became popular there, so he could become popular in his own country as well.
That's crazy.
It's ironic, isn't it? Because
that's a lot of work, though.
No,
Think about it.
That's really ironic because actually one of the most difficult markets to break into
is the Chinese music
China.
market. Yeah.
Like that's one of the most conservative and closed, sort of like, you know, it's in their own bubble sort of markets, because, you know, their media is completely different to ours. They don't even have Google or YouTube, so videos that might go viral on YouTube, they're never gonna see them. You know, they have their own
social
versions.
media is pretty hermetic.
So that is nuts. He's actually decided then to go into China.
To actually become a star in his own country.
In his own country, yeah. That's how it turned out for him. Maybe, I don't know whether you saw or not, he has a lot of performances before 2017 where he has like this ugly long hair. Did you ever watch it?
No, I haven't seen them.
I don't think we have. No. I don't think we have.
Well, yeah, he used to perform a lot in Kazakhstan, but he didn't receive any recognition. I don't know why.
That's insanity.
Well,
though.
actually, there was a very similar artist. Well, not vocally speaking, but there was an artist with a similar story from, is it Venezuela?
Yeah.
From our country of origin.
Is a pop singer.
He was a pop singer.
Carlos Baute. He used like he was a singer back home in Venezuela, but he didn't pop off until, you know, he didn't become popular until he moved to Spain, and then in Spain people like loved him, and he's a star in Spain but not a star so much in Venezuela. And I find that so ridiculous. Like, how is that even possible, you know?
But now, the irony is that now people in Venezuela Carlos Baute kind of now look up to him and say, oh, he's amazing. But when he was kind of counting on, you know, on his support
his own
in
people.
Venezuela, it was like no one really cared.
That's so bizarre. You were saying to us earlier that English is your fourth language. That's insanity. What other language do you speak?
Well, so my own language, like mother language, is Uzbek, which is Uzbek language. Yeah, it's like it came from Turkish languages. My second language is Kyrgyz, because I live in Kyrgyzstan.
Yes.
Okay.
And third language is Russian, because a lot of people speak Russian. In fact, in my family, we speak Russian. We don't speak our mother tongue.
Really?
It's easier for us to speak Russian, yeah.
Oh,
and then fourth language is
English.
English, apparently, because my father taught me English when I was young. And
so cool.
Fifth is German, because I was in Germany. I worked in Germany for 3 months.
German as well.
I can speak a little German, yeah.
My God, you're one talented guy.
Awesome.
That's insane.
Do you not find though, when this is something I've spoken a lot to plenty of my friends, and actually a buddy of ours actually, who kind of knows about language and vocal cords and all that stuff. He was talking to us how when you speak in another language, your voice sort of changes so much.
Yep. He's absolutely right. For
So, like,
example, right now, sorry for interrupting.
no,
Right
no,
now,
don't.
I'm speaking a little bit lower than usual.
Right.
I don't know why, but
It just naturally happens.
yeah, because it's English.
I think
I don't know why.
for us,
It's
actually,
the same,
yeah, but
actually.
in Spanish, I
It's
find
more
I go a
high
bit lower.
pitch.
No, I find I go lower.
For me, it's the opposite. When I'm speaking in Spanish, I go super squeaky and twangy. It's so annoying. But when I go into English, like I feel more like, I don't know, the language helps me be a bit more warmer with like the sound of the vowels and stuff.
Yeah, I definitely find like English is one of the coolest languages.
Yeah,
It just sounds cool.
it's
You
so
know what I mean?
universal as well.
Yeah, same. I'd say that one of the coolest sounding languages are English, Russian,
Definitely Russian.
and French. Those three languages sound insane to me.
Talk to us about the language different, like the barriers between one language and the other, because they don't sound like anything alike, do they?
Like Russian
Well,
and English.
Well, for example, Russian in English, well, you'll be surprised, but English is like 10 times more easier than Russian.
I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Russian, from the grammar point, is as hard as German.
Wow.
German may be even harder. Yeah.
Jesus.
Really? How interesting. So where's the, like, one of the hardest things for you to like get past between language and language? Like words that you found funny that you couldn't say before or stuff like that?
Well, the most I don't know, the hardest part for me is to learn words.
Right.
That's the most devastating part for me. And then when you learn enough words, you can speak. It'll be fine. Yeah.
That's
When I first arrived in Germany 2 years ago, so like I was super like educated from the grammar point, right? But I couldn't speak at all. So for 2 weeks in a row, when I started working, I was speaking only with words, like, like soap, like eat, like food, drink. I was never connecting words like in the whole sentence.
You had reverted back to being a all-powerful caveman.
Yeah, exactly.
I want food now.
That's fantastic.
No, I didn't say I want food. I would just say food. I eat food. Yeah, that's it. Like only in German. Like
that's awesome.
That is so clever, though. That's a very good way of like approaching a new language.
I guess.
I didn't think about it. I guess when I was learning Italian, because I lived in Italy for a little period of time.
And in your accent, you have Italian vibes.
Exactly. So thanks. I feel so flattered by that. But in Italian and Spanish, there are a lot of similarities, though. Like the language itself has a lot of similarities. But I could understand a lot more than I could speak.
Right.
So I would find myself trying to say Spanish words with an Italian accent. So people would try to like understand what I was trying to say. Yeah. But I think your way of doing things is way easier. I should have approached it that way.
That is interesting, because then you find it easier than so you take the time to learn the words separately without conjugating them, and then the more you practice you have, then you can put them together in a sentence.
That's clever.
That's how you learn languages?
Well,
because like
obviously not. No, I don't. I learn languages like every normal people do, but we didn't have enough like speaking skills. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When we learned German via Russian. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
We learn German through Russian language.
Oh, all right. So you
like
learned Russian
our
first,
teachers.
And
No. Like in our country, almost like every third, fourth person can speak Russian. So when we study German, we like the grammar.
You do it through like a Russian language, like you're speaking in Russian as they're teaching you German.
Yes. Yeah,
I see
they
that.
They explain grammar in Russian, so we could understand it in German. Yeah, that's how we do it.
That makes sense.
Right.
Wow, that's pretty
But
clever.
then German grammar explained in German, it's different kind of. Does that make sense?
No,
Like
it's it's going to be the same.
Yeah, because his grammar still stays grammar, but
The grammar stays.
the same
Yeah.
at its core. I'm
Right.
so
Just
confused.
the way approaching to the grammar is different.
Yeah.
Because how will I understand German grammar if somebody would
Oh, of course.
teach me German grammar in German? Because I cannot
Yeah,
speak
like, how
and
can you
understand
speak
German.
it?
No, I get that
that's-
bit, but all I'm trying to say is because, for example, when I find when I learn, I'm just trying to find out how you learn languages because you know so many. So, for example, for me, I only know two, right? So, when I learned English, the way I found to become fluent in English was it wasn't actually going into grammar or knowing literature or knowing
How to write it or anything.
spelling or writing. It was actually just putting myself and just speaking as much as I could. And I knew very similar. Like I knew words like, I don't know, horse, or apple, window, or bathroom. And here in Britain, you don't say bathroom, you say toilet. So it was already a mumble jumble, you know? So it was the way I found I learned it is I just exposed myself gradually, the more and more and more to speak it. But you find for you the grammar basis foundation was better.
Well, let me explain to you this way. Where did you study English?
London.
Where did you
I didn't
expose
study
yourself?
it. I never studied
Well,
it.
well, where did you started
Learn it,
speak English?
London.
Well, brother, you're in London, and where am I? I'm in fucking Osh.
No.
The ass of the world, brother. No fucking one speaks English here.
Yeah.
Like English is very rare here, you know.
Yeah.
Really?
So you have to
strange.
then
Who am I gonna
grammar.
speak? Who am I gonna speak to?
With I see.
That's the problem.
Cool. You have a fantastic level of English though, for not having anybody to speak it with. That is insane. How did your dad teach you?
So you'll be surprised, but we have American Canadian friends who live in our city for more than 10 years. They can speak our language and we can speak their language. So we can often practice with each other. They practice our language, we practice their language with them.
That's fantastic. Why hell, that's one cool friends. Those are some cool friends.
You got cool friends, man. You got good friends.
That's pretty dope.
Well, those are my father's friends.
All right,
Still yours.
Still and making yours.
That's cool. Do you have any like extra hobbies apart from like, doing amazing work on YouTube, by the way? Like, what else are you interested in naturally? Like, are you inclined into music, or do you make music yourself or anything like that?
Well,
here's the time to plug. Alan. This is the big time.
Well, like several years ago, I used to play piano. Then I stopped playing it. Then I started playing guitar. Then I stopped playing guitar. Then I went to teach myself how to sing. So
Nice.
I took vocal like classes for 3-4 months maybe. Then
Amazing.
I stopped doing it because it was too expensive.
Too expensive, definitely.
Yeah. Then like 1.5 years ago, I wrote lyrics for. I wrote a song.
Nice.
Because I was heartbroken. I'm 21. I'm young, so I fall in love, and then my heart get broken and stuff. So I wrote a song, and then last year I sang it and we recorded it, and in next week I'm gonna release it on my YouTube channel. Yeah.
Fantastic. Awesome. I look forward to that. Not to the heartbreak part. Nobody ever looks forward to the heartbreak part, but I definitely
no, it's just it's a simple song. I could have done better, but yeah, it was a year ago.
Listen, we'll share it.
Awesome stuff.
Yeah,
where will they be able to find it? Will it be just on YouTube, or will it be another?
It'll be just on YouTube. Yeah. Because we don't have access to Apple Music, to Spotify, and etc. Yeah, even to YouTube Premium, we don't have access to that.
Right.
Oh wow, how interesting.
Well, however, for those who have access, this podcast, Alan, will be available in all streaming platforms.
So it will be in Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and
is it free or something?
Free,
Yeah,
it'll be free,
yeah.
So Spotify
I have
will be,
Apple Podcasts. I'll listen there then.
yeah. So it'll be available everywhere for free, of course. It won't be behind any paywall or anything.
No, nothing like that.
And yeah, so happy days. I'm super excited, man, because I always find this, right? So when you get people that sort of review music or react to music, I find, just personally, right, not to throw shade at anyone, but I find personally the ones that I find the most interesting, because we do reactions doesn't mean I can't watch other reactions.
Absolutely. No, I actually feel like we're more prone to watch other people react and
review stuff and stuff. I find the ones that are the most interesting to me are the people that are also in the music industry or sing, or even if they're not famous or anything, but at least write or take part in creating,
Like your sister, for example, because she is in the music field.
Yeah. That's why I really enjoy, and I've said it before in the podcast so often, like it's been such an amazing experience to share it with you, and hence why I've been so eager to also share it with people like you, or we've got other people coming in and stuff like that, because it's like such a learning experience.
And it's like I think about it. I believe that everybody has a very peculiar perspective of music and the world and how they see it, how they translate it themselves and stuff. So I always find it so attractive, like in the literal word sense of the word, to talk to other creators, other people that also make music, and see their perspective of the same things, like review the same things together. I find that so interesting, because obviously you would have a completely different perspective to how I see Dimash's music, for example, so I find it that is that's one of the most interesting things between people. Each mind is an own world, and it's so fascinating to me.
Certainly.
I believe that you said something very close to this in your hello reaction, because I was into it when I was translating it. I was trying to understand every word that you say.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic!
Yeah, there you said something very close to that.
Similar,
close to this. Yeah. If you remember, of course.
Of course, yes. It's amazing. I was just wondering do you have like studios in your house, and then you record your own songs at home, or do you go to a studio separately to record your song?
Well, my first song, I went to studio to record it. I paid, you know how much I paid for the song, for the whole thing?
Yeah.
Like it was like $30 maybe.
Really?
Yeah. It was very cheap. Yeah.
That's amazing. Oh my God, where did you? I have to move. If I want studio space, $30 he paid to record his song.
Usually that's like, dude.
Oh my God, studio space here is so expensive, dude.
So an average studio rate here in London would
for
be,
an hour would be
hour.
like £200 for an hour, depending on the studio and what facilities.
Cheap, £120 an hour,
Oh, so that's like how many dollars would that be? Like
$150.
Yeah, for like a small.
It's like
space.
Pounds and euros are like almost the same, right?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
But pounds and dollars are
a little different.
Yeah, about. So I think it's what is it? 1.4, 1.4, something like that. So yeah, it'll be like $150, something like that.
Oh, it's expensive, dude. Good on you. That's awesome.
So like 120 pounds will be like $150, $140, something like that per hour.
Well, I would not say. Well, my recording was like really cheap, but you live in like London. London is the capital, right? So everything there is expensive, and your currency is like pounds, and our currency is like sums. It's not even a currency. It's a fucking joke. Hey,
that
sounds very similar to what happens back home in Venezuela.
In Venezuela, dude.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Then you know what I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So what is the currency in Kyrgyzstan again?
It is SOM.
Some.
Yeah, like some.
And do you know the exchange rate, just to have an idea, like to a euro, a dollar, something like that?
Yep, of course, because
Go on.
I earn in dollars.
Of course, of course.
I should know. I should know. So, like, $100 would be 8,500 sums.
8,000.
8,000.
500.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
fucked.
That's dang it. I totally understand that. Like back home, they've got the inflation rate in the Bolivar, that's our coin, is so crazy that everything is like change like the $2. Everybody works in dollars, even though that's not the
Yep.
official coin, and it's absolutely insane. You know, the prices are ridiculous for everything and anything, and it's kind of hard to even understand what the rate actually is, because it changes on a daily,
often.
you know, it like
Daily basis,
inflates, inflates so rapid and so fast. It's crazy.
Sometimes
It's the same here. Can I ask you a question?
Absolutely, go for it.
So how did you like move to London?
Well, it all
It must
started
be
with
expensive, you know?
very, very expensive. I think it
well, it all began because Valeska's music career, when she started taking it seriously, she traveled to Europe at the beginning. So then she went to Italy to study, and
spent about a year over there in Rome.
And then our father had been in America for a while before that, and we had a lot of family abroad. So it made sense that if it wasn't going to be Italy, because the only speaking country, English-speaking country, because Bali spoke English, our family spoke English, it would make sense for it to be England or America. Yeah. And our parents just really like kind of like the educational system a bit more here.
Yeah.
And we had family here, so it made more sense to sort of come to London rather than either America or Italy, where we also have family, you know?
Yeah, and America is just way more difficult to get through, you know? It's everything about it is way more uphill.
Well,
so
the music industry.
Yeah, definitely. And I, not that it's any easier here though, like the competition here is absolutely insane, and everybody's just as equally talented. So you get you know, for never ending competition wherever you look in the music industry.
What actually is like the genre, the music genre that you listen to?
You know me?
Yeah, you like, is it classical that you're mostly into, or is it?
Well, you'll be surprised, but I don't
rap.
I almost don't listen to Russian music, like, at all. Okay. I don't like Russian music. I listen to Eminem a lot.
Eminem.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Because if I was about to say, if you know, just for stuff maybe you can review in your own time or for the channel, like the music scene in London, there's so many underground rappers and so many underground musicians that are kind of
on the come up,
but that really make real music. You know, like Tom Mitch is someone insane.
Yusuf Days, if you're into like drumming and rhythmicality, he is absolutely insane.
Like the music scene in London, but like the underground music scene is insane.
Not the popular stuff, like the popular here in England.
Dua Lipa, you know what I mean?
It's like, you know, it's like the pop music that you get anywhere. Is your everyday music.
Ed Sheeran, and all due respect to these guys,
absolutely.
Like they're amazing.
I'm not dissing whatsoever. I admire them for being so successful.
I get it.
Yeah, but yeah, if you want to check out some pretty cool music, definitely go like English.
Can you please spell their like names? You just pronounce the names.
So
Tom Mitch.
Tom Mitch, so Tom, and then I think his surname is
I got it, mate.
Go ahead. I'm bad at spelling.
So Tom Mitch, Tom, and then Mitch is Misch.
It's like sure in German, Misch.
Misch.
Yeah.
He might have a German background. I don't know him. I don't know him personally.
So. Yes, but
he's good,
it's great. He is a fantastic musician. And then you also have his latest album called What Kind of Music? It's a musical masterpiece. Like the chord progressions are beautiful. The dynamics of the drums are absolutely insane. So if you're into drumming and rhythmics, you will love that album. It's so good.
Let me tell you something. Like how is this going to be in Russian? And do you know what Meloman is?
Meloman? No.
because
Oh.
maybe there isn't such a word in English. Maybe that's why. Because I said it in Russian, but with English accent.
That's
Okay.
why I speak Italian.
Yeah. Okay, so you Google Translator says it's a music lover.
Music.
Yeah, a music.
There's a certain word in Russian. So if I like the music, if the sounds to me good, then I'll listen to it. So I
Yes.
don't have any like preferences. Oh,
That's
I
awesome.
forgot to tell you, I listen to a rock music.
Rock.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh, who's your favorite rock band? We can talk.
This is
I-
where this is not.
I don't
my
have
area of
favorites,
expertise.
but I like Metallica. I like
He likes the
Rammstein,
good stuff.
Rainbow, sometimes Red Zeppelin, Deep Purple.
Nice. So
and
you
et
like
cetera.
the good old, the goldies, like the absolute.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
my father like used to listen to it when I was little.
Amazing. That's the same. That's kind of like the same story with me and rock music and how I like started to like it. Like, do you know Scorpions? Oh, they're fantastic.
Oh, of course, Queen
They're
of
so
Pain.
good. I know, OG. And when I was little, my dad used to play the drums and rock music in his band, and so I would listen
Oh.
to all this amazing music. And growing up in South America, the mainstream is very like is Latin influence, is merengue and like reggaeton and
Salsa.
stuff like that, salsa. So
I like reggaeton.
you like reggaeton? That's
Oh
good.
yeah.
But that's like mainstream music back home. So having my parents listen to music in English and rock
Mhm.
style was very like it is not the usual back home. Like that's not something that you get anywhere. So I always used to say, oh, I like Scorpions and Led Zeppelin and stuff, and people would look at me like, what?
I
Are you crazy?
Yeah,
talking
are you
about?
insane? You have problems?
like, I only know Daddy Yankee.
Yeah, it's like, oh, just play reggaeton,
Yeah.
gasolina. So funny.
It's very funny to me how you pronounce the R sound.
Oh, really?
Reggaeton.
Reggaeton, yeah. And roll the Mars
Yeah, it's very funny. And what about you, Efra? What is your like music?
taste.
What type? Yeah.
I listen to. I also listen to heavy rock, Metallica, like.
He does not. That's a lie.
Like Justin Bieber.
I can see it. Oh my God, Justin Bieber! Come on, man. You don't look like a man who listens to Justin Bieber.
I love this guy.
Oh no! I mean, I think I mean everyone that's probably heard the podcast, like they probably it's just R&B. Like my vibe is R&B and
Rhythm
rap,
and blues, yeah.
rhythm
rap.
and blues and rap. But lately it's been a lot of R&B and rap. But the only thing with rap at the moment though is because rap is in such a bizarre place.
Era.
Spot right now.
Yeah,
Mm.
where it has become more about cadence, rhythmicality, and beat production
Not
rather
so
than
much
lyricism.
about lyricism, yes.
So and rap and lyricism go hand in hand. So when you listen to people like Eminem, Royce the 5'9", Dr.
That's why I
Dre,
listen to him.
exactly,
Yeah.
you really understand and they captivate the pure essence because they're purists. They captivate the essence of rap. So when you listen to that, it's not just that you're listening to clean beats and you're bopping your head. You're listening to the sort of story and you're watching a movie through your memories and head. So
It's like
that's
they're painting a picture for you.
that's rap. You know what I mean? What else?
That's the real rap.
Exactly.
That's what his rap should be.
Absolutely.
first place.
Absolutely.
But
Yeah.
everything that's going on right now, it's sort of hip hop. It's hip hop commercialized,
Yeah.
and I still enjoy some of it. Don't get me wrong. I still f with Lil Baby and Gunna. I still listen to them, and I still bop my head.
Just because they give some vibes like dancing.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely, absolutely.
You're in the club, like if I'm a clubbing man. If I'm in the club and I can't just stand there asking for Eminem if they're putting Lil Baby or Lil Mosey or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I get you. Yeah.
But
Talking about like partying and stuff, how's the clubbing scene in your country? Like, do you guys go party or is like
obviously
is
not this year, but previous
obviously
years.
not? Yeah, previously to the quarantine, but like
Well,
what is the
I used to
vibe?
drink a lot. I used to drink a lot and do some bad stuff before. But I've never told you, but I'm a religious person. I'm a Muslim,
Alright.
so I cannot
do it
club
anymore.
anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
that
gonna
makes
marry
sense.
next year, by the way.
Oh,
Oh,
awesome! Congrats.
congratulations.
Yeah.
That's
That's awesome.
awesome.
I don't
Awesome.
know to whom yet, but yes, I'm gonna marry.
Oh,
That's
that's
brilliant.
good. That's awesome. So
Congrats.
Yes.
so what's the like we call it motive here in London, but what's like the move like if you wanted
To like go out, or
to
maybe,
go or like
or maybe,
socialize, or what's like the thing between the young people?
or maybe because of religion. What are the things that maybe you can do? You know, if like going out, that would be the equivalent of going out. You know.
Yeah, so like what do you guys do for like socializing and stuff?
Um, our city is very small. Like, population is like 300,000, maybe.
Oh, really?
Alright.
Yeah, it's very small. So we eat,
We
and
like
that's
eating.
it. We just eat, because there aren't any, like, we have only 2 cinemas in our city.
No
Only
way.
2.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and they opened 3 years ago, just 3 years ago. Before that,
So
we couldn't
before
go to
that-
movies. Yeah, we couldn't go
Oh.
to movies at all.
Interesting.
That is so like strange. You know
Yeah.
what? When I was little, I used to read a lot of like fantasy books, and I was always fascinated with the idea of like a small town and what it would be like to live in a small town. You're totally
You
thinking
wouldn't
of-
want it. You wouldn't want it. No.
That's what
No.
everyone from a small town says.
So where would you want to go if like where would be the like your city of choice to go and live and like be at?
Um. I in my whole entire life, I think I was only to Europe, and that's it. But I would say like New York,
New York.
like big cities,
A big
or
city.
Toronto, because marijuana is legalized in Toronto now,
Yes.
as far as I know.
Right. I
Yeah.
think it is right
I
now.
think it is, yeah.
It is.
Yeah,
That's
though I
cool.
cannot smoke, but I would love to.
So that would be the perfect place.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Wow. I don't know. I don't know about Toronto. It's too cold for me. I don't deal very well with the cold.
Yeah, because you're from the
Yeah.
the
Latin warm tropical countries.
Yeah, yeah.
I hate the winter, especially I don't know. I think here in London you don't get like very strict like separated seasons. You get the very cold, wet, and then that's it. You don't really get like seasons.
Yeah, I
So-
heard about it.
Oh,
It's always
terrible.
rainy there, right?
Oh, it's always wet and raining and foggy and gray skies like 24/7.
It's a good city though. Like it's a good city though. London, I always say it, like it's such a charming city because even though it always looks fucked because it's always wet and rained and
it's
foggy
cold.
and cold, but
Ugh.
it has its own charm to it because like London basically is like a different country inside of Britain.
Basically, so
It feels like that because there's so many people from all over the world in London. There's so many, that
the diversity is huge.
so it's so charming, and it's probably the closest thing to New York.
Yeah, I would think so. Like London itself, it's not as busy though. It's
The-
not as mad.
The
as New
subway
York
is way
City.
cleaner.
That's also true. It works a little bit better than it does in
New York.
New York. But yeah, like I don't do well with the cold. Layers and being shivering cold all the time.
Is it cold where you are?
I wouldn't say so.
Like you guys don't get winter?
Well, right now it's cold. Right now it's cold, but
So you get seasons as well. So you get like cold, like
yeah, like
winter.
strict seasons. We have all 4 seasons. Like
You got all 4. That's
Yeah, all
cool
4.
though, because you get the snow and then you get springtime and then summer, or is it like not so much?
No. We get every season that we want. For example, in summer, it'll be 40 degrees Celsius sometimes.
Oh,
Sometimes.
that is
yeah.
hot.
Yeah, that's hot. Yeah.
That's really
But
crazy.
I would prefer the London weather because I like rain because you can cry.
Be
just
sad
joking.
and moody all the time.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
That would be perfect for a music video for your heartbreak song.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be perfect.
That'll be fantastic.
But I cannot go to London.
No,
very
not
expensive
right
there.
now. It's very expensive.
Dude,
yeah, also
water, fucking water here, right? If you go to like a shop, right?
And you want to buy a bottle of
bottled
water.
water. It costs like £1.50.
You're paying for plastic.
Yeah, when you can get it off of the tab.
Literally, you can drink water off of the tap. I don't get it.
I'd even bet you can drink water out of the drainage here in London.
I wouldn't recommend it.
Then what do you do for a living then?
So, Bale, do you wanna?
Let me speak for you. No, well, I'm a performer, so I sing. Obviously not this year with the whole world life situation, but I'm a singer, so I sing with different bands and perform here and there and everywhere. And obviously YouTube now taking it really seriously with the whole world coming to an end, basically.
Because you can earn a lot of like big bucks here.
Well, I don't know about big bucks, but it's definitely a great alternative compared to what I would like with not having the gigs and playing with the bands and stuff. I think it's a very solid alternative for sure. And Efra, it's
I'm a stripper.
Oh, really?
No, he's not.
Yes, I am.
Well, I see your like cool hand.
Built. But... No, he's a tennis player. He's making that up.
Yeah, so
and I think you're making that up too. Tennis player. You don't look a tennis player.
Yeah, that's
you don't look like a person who listens to Justin Bieber and plays tennis. That's crazy, man. I cannot imagine that in my head, you know.
So what do you think he is?
Oh,
then?
please, do have a guess.
Well, stripper would be like very good. Yeah, but tennis player, come on, man.
It's like too mellow.
Hey, what the hell? That is my job.
That's my actual job. That's so funny.
That's what I do. Yeah. I mean, I yeah.
Into fitness.
It's it's been my life since.
You were 12?
Yeah, so and then I went full time when I was 15, 16, and then training and competing and stuff, and then obviously this year has been a bit effed, but still training and still I decided to go more down. You know, the problem with tennis is like the problem with tennis is that there's not much like money involved.
Yeah, it's a bit hard in the whole monetary side of things.
But yeah, the problem with tennis is that not that much money involved unless you're at the top of the game.
Exactly. So if you're on your way up, it's like...
So I had to find other ways. You know, one of the ways was the whole modeling thing, and also building, you know, the whole side business of tennis, of hitting services and stuff like that, and working with other pros and other people. But yeah, that is my job. I hit balls for a living, fully clothed, Alan.
What about you? What do you do?
If you like okay, I'll answer that later. What if you like open a tennis court and that's it?
What if
you own tennis court and rent it to some people to play?
Ah, you could have done that.
Yeah, that could be one way. The only problem is
expensive.
No, it's not expensive. It's just not fun. Like working with other pros, you know, like being trained, like like a sparring partner.
Yeah.
It would be kind of the same for tennis. That's kind of what some of my boys and I used to do before. Obviously, this whole thing,
blew out of proportion.
This whole thing happened. But also working with people that are like coming up, or you know, people that want to be pro, and sometimes they just want to, you know, they want to play and work on some stuff. But most of the time, like for the last year and stuff like that, it's mainly being just modeling and things like those for tennis, like a sports model. That's mainly been the whole thing for the last year and a half, really. And but yeah, apart from that, on the daytime I do strip and also drive a bus full of goats at the top, actually, full of goats. And I'm sort of, instead of people throwing me money, I throw them money.
I imagine you can do anything, right?
That's
like literally anything.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
So what is it? And what was actually that's a good question. The one you asked, like, what was your, apart from YouTube, what was your dream, maybe career path, or what you've decided to go into, you know, for jobs and things like that?
I either wanted to be an actor or a singer.
Right.
But I think awesome. I want to be an actor, I think.
That's cool. Have you
Well, that's cool, but that's, you know, that's like basically impossible here. Basically. There are still some chances, but yeah.
They're very slim. Like it's hard to get into the industry there.
Well, of course, yeah.
But what about you know, in a more sort of realistic perspective, what about like low level acting, like maybe theater or things like that? How accessible are those things?
No, we don't have a single theater in our like even country. Well, we have 1 or 2 theaters in the capital city, but not here. I just want to be a part of like, you know, some medium Netflix series.
Yeah,
that would be
of
like
course, of
top
course.
of my dream.
Independent filming stuff.
Well, maybe.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. There's like there's a lot here, especially in London. The acting scene is quite tight as well. Like to get into the industry of acting is super difficult because it's kind of like rigged. It's all depending who you know, who you hang out with. So even if you're right for the role, they're not gonna pick you unless they already have somebody in mind, you know. So it's really hard to get into acting either on theater or on screen. So what people do here is that they film their own independent films and they star and direct in them, you know, that and they publish them online. And you know, a lot of people gather a lot of attention to their independent films and stuff. Doesn't matter where in the world they are. So you know, now with the online world, you've got so many opportunities.
Yeah, dude, you actually, I think you probably have higher chances than you think.
I think so too.
You know,
like apart from the geographic limitations, online you could literally access so many people.
Well, yeah, I agree with you. And what you told me about acting in London, it's literally the same, like in
everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere. And you know what's interesting in Kazakhstan?
Yes.
Well, it's Kazakhstan in Russian. They are like 5-10 years ahead of our country. I don't know why. In filming industry, there are a lot of you know what is who are the people who shoot vines on Instagram?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So there are a lot of viners in Kazakhstan,
right?
Like hundreds of them. Yeah, and they're very popular. And they all started to do music, like professional music. They started earning. Tell.
That was their sort of their natural progression. You noticed that in America as well, like all the people from Vine started making music, or all the people from TikTok all of a sudden start making music,
or started acting in films.
It seems to be like a progression, like a natural progression for some reason.
Yeah. And they started like filming TV shows on their own without big money. Yeah,
that's pretty cool though.
And they like on YouTube they have like 1 million, 2 millions, 4 millions like views. Yeah, they're very successful. I have a little brother. He's like 2 years younger than me, and he doesn't look like me because if I'm, for example, let's say dark skinned, he's very white skinned, and he's a viner too.
Oh, how cool!
That's awesome. So hold on. So you keep saying Vine,
but Vine's still available in your country because that
Vine isn't available anymore.
Well, I say Vine because it's in our countries. It is called Vine, even in Russia, although it's like 1 minute videos on Instagram.
Oh, you mean like reels?
Like
are they called reels?
Stuff.
Well, we don't have reels here, but yeah.
Okay.
It is not available. Nothing is fucking available here. I don't know why, but yeah.
That sucks.
Even Netflix is not available here. I cannot watch Netflix.
I would die. That's literally my form of entertainment.
What if you use a VPN?
Nope. I tried, but nope. And you know what's interesting? You guys, people from like America and Europe and stuff, they pay for listening to music. They pay for watching. We don't pay for shit, you know?
Yeah.
Because we have torrents. Music, I listen to music like for 6-7 years now. And 1 month ago, I bought for $25 a subscription for 1 year. That's the first time I pay for listening to music. Yeah. But prior to that, I've never paid to listening to
In-
music and
A
watching
single
movies.
penny.
In-
That is incredible.
No.
In
Back,
Venezuela,
back home is very,
it's
very
the same.
similar.
It's the same.
It's the
Ah,
same.
it's the same. So
Yeah.
you know what
Yeah,
I'm talking
and
about.
totally. And it's even weirder though, because say that you want to buy a movie that came out on cinema or whatever, because in Venezuela, sometimes the movies like take like months to get to the cinemas in Venezuela,
There's
right?
no laws there, man.
And so
It's the same here.
so people will like download them from weird websites and
Torrents.
yeah, and then they would sell you the DVDs, right? On like in
Yeah.
the street, like anyone could sell you the movie that just released in Hollywood, you know?
So Pocahontas, obviously pirated version.
Yeah,
You know?
and is
Yeah.
the norm, is the way to go. It's not seen as
The
as,
police-
oh,
The police
know-
has not, they don't get involved. It's not illegal, but it obviously is.
like on the book is illegal, but nobody ever gets stopped for that.
I have my opinions regarding that stuff. Obviously, like, how the hell do you solve that issue? Like, the way you solve that issue is you in the country, like especially in Venezuela, or
It's
imagine
politics. It all comes down to politics.
no,
to
the
be
way
honest.
you sort that issue out is you allow people, you make people's income increase
higher, of course.
You start getting rid of such a ginormous income inequality there, because the reason why they're doing all this torrent stuff
It's because obviously they can't afford it.
what the hell is like in Venezuela, it would be impossible, bro, to buy a what is it,
Music
$8.99
membership, yeah.
Spotify every month dollars. You know what I mean? When like milk costs like
Literally
$2.
No more. Milk is like $5 right now.
You know what I mean? So who the hell's gonna pay for Netflix? You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense. But they still charge.
But it is not possible to like make income increase. It's not possible.
Absolutely. No,
Yeah, so
nobody knows the like how to solve that riddle, and I think that's the problem,
It's a way deeper issue, The only problem though that it comes, and I think that's why it's awesome what you're doing as well, because in making videos and things like that, obviously, copyright exists, especially with YouTube, which can be a pain to YouTubers, like, like ourselves sometimes, sometimes videos get blocked and sometimes, and I'd love to ask you as well how you're dealing with copyright and things like that, because sometimes it can make things very difficult.
Yeah.
But at the same time, and I've spoken, publicly about this, I feel copyright is one of the best things that has happened to YouTube. It's a double-edged sword. Because
it really is.
it has allowed people from countries like Venezuela, Kyrgyzstan, maybe third world countries, which cannot buy the album and do not have a Spotify stream service to support the artist. Copyright allows that if you do a reaction stuff, all that money that's going into that video goes to the artist that you're trying to support. I'm not saying they need the money. They obviously don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like morally on
the right thing to do.
On the right line, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, they're the ones investing the millions and the hundreds of thousands of dollars to make the videos that people are enjoying and the music. And as I've learned this as well, because I've also got a musician at home, and we were in the industry since very small, making music ourselves, making albums, making songs, touring.
Mm-hmm.
And if someone was pirating our stuff, it wouldn't bother me, because I don't understand. But it would be like, damn, man.
It's still morally incorrect.
It's like I'm putting work as well, trying to make a living too. I also got bills to pay, so I understand that idea. But it's such a deeper issue, because how the hell can you think of supporting a multimillionaire when you can't even support your family? You know what I mean?
It's so difficult. It's one of those really tricky concepts that I haven't got around to like really properly understand. How have you been coping with copyrights and stuff? Because it has gotten pretty tight on YouTube. How are you dealing with that as a creator?
Well, first, on the issue that Efra talked about right now, I think like upcoming artists' music should be like copyrighted like more than multimillionaire. You know what I'm talking about?
So do you think it should be different percentages?
Yeah, percentages. Like if it's like, for example, Eminem's music, it should be like less copyrighted or like less restrictions, because he's already he has already money,
household name.
Yeah.
And for upcoming artists who are trying to like make a living from music, their work should be copyrighted like more.
I see.
So nobody could pirate or download them. And what did you ask me,
No,
Valeska?
how you're dealing with copyright and the new laws in
Well, you're
on
doing reactions
YouTube,
and stuff like that.
because you know, like YouTube has updated their terms and stuff and conditions. Like,
I never read them. Never.
no, me neither.
No one ever does.
It's
No,
nothing.
no, nobody ever. But like, it has gotten pretty tight. Like at the because I started doing proper reaction videos. We started doing like last year properly. So, and it wasn't as difficult to get a video out there. Like
Without it being blocked.
Yeah, like blockage has been crazy.
Well, I blurred the video.
I see.
For example, on your reaction, hello, I blurred the video so it wouldn't be copyrighted.
So it doesn't recognize the song when you do that, or
Nope, it doesn't. Well, if it even does, it recognizes it as a cover song. So
I see. So
like monetization will be like shared.
shared.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
That's pretty clever.
That's how I feel it should be approached, because you know, sometimes if like a song gets claimed, obviously all of the revenue that's made from the video is gonna go towards the original copyright owner, which actually most of the time is not even the artist, it's actually just the label.
The labels,
you know.
So,
we'll talk about labels in a bit.
But if I find that probably the fairest way would be to share it 50-50, you know, or maybe not 50-50, but you know
like
what I mean?
A good percentage.
Share it, because at the end of the day, it's like when other people are making videos on this individual, that's also gathering traction and stuff like that. You know?
Absolutely. And I feel like reaction videos and reviewing other people's artist material is like a form of marketing, because it's reaching new audiences.
Well, it depends who it is. Like, it depends for, like, if it's Eminem, for example, right? And even if you have 3 million subscribers and you're a music review channel, you drop a review, trust me, your reaction is not gonna get as many views as the original video of Eminem. So,
but it's reaching new audiences. That's a clever way of marketing.
I guess. You know?
Yeah.
What about labels? Where do you stand on labels? Are you like?
Is there any labels there in maybe in Kyrgyzstan?
In the capital or something?
What do you mean labels?
Like music labels.
Music labels?
Yes.
Oh, come on! No, of course not. Maybe there is one, but it's not. You cannot call them a label, like proper label.
I see.
Right. You're chopping up, brother. The image is chopping up.
Yeah, it's the same here, and
oh no,
and I wonder why.
Oh,
no,
no.
I mean I cannot see you well as well.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Are we back now?
Do you have good connection?
The image quality is like pretty low.
Oh, that sucks.
Well, we'll just have to like walk it through.
Maybe we'll sort itself out. Who knows? I don't know.
We just gotta wait it out.
Did it improve now? Because you improved the answer.
A little bit.
Okay.
A little bit.
It's
okay.
getting there. It's getting there. Don't worry. Maybe. I'll have a word with the computer and it's time off.
So where do you stand on like labels? Do you support like music labels? Do you think it's like the right thing to do, or would you like to see your artist be independent?
Like being independent, or being with a label like Sony Music, for example, would be like, for example, you know, you're making music yourself now. So if you have the chance to, if I told you going independent, right? All the millions of views, and it might take you more years. Of course.
The revenue is yours. Everything belongs to you.
It will take you way more years, but it's possible, you know, to post your music and stuff like that and garner an audience. And all that revenue will always be yours, or be with a label, make that process of becoming mainstream faster, collaborations become easier, advertisement becomes easier, being on mainstream platforms, regardless of where you're from, you will be there if you're signed with Sony or IMG. But you're signing a deal in which puts you in debt to begin with, right? Until you record your album, and then you pay that money back. And then you're also tied to this entity, you know, this label, in which the only way you can get out of it is if you buy your way out, and you have to make a lot of money to make that anyways. So which one, if you had, you know, for your music career, maybe this is something worth thinking about, because you're obviously making music now. Which one do you feel you're gonna, you know, try and chase, independence or label stuff?
I have a specific answer for that, actually. So it happens to be that when I traveled to Germany with my, like, let's say, brother, uh, he happens to be a musician, a very good one. He himself writes like beats, and I mean beats like music, drums
Beat
and stuff.
production, yeah.
Yeah, beat production, and he can sing very well, like
Oh,
very very well.
share his stuff,
Yeah.
man. We would love to check him out.
Okay, so he started singing like 4 years ago, but he became popular only 1 year ago with his
Right.
friend. Yeah, but before they became popular, they signed a contract with as I said, a label. Yeah, a small one.
Yep.
And they were working together for 1 year. But I asked him like 2-3 weeks ago what is happening with their label, and they said that they broke up. They want to go on their own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if I'm gonna stay in Kyrgyzstan, I will do the same. I will sign the contract
Yep.
with the label before I become popular, before my name will be recognized, and then when I'm on the right level,
I'll chase independence.
Yeah, chase independence.
Yeah, that's usually I find what most artists try to do, because it's very difficult to, that period of independent creating, it's so like unreliable. You don't know if you're gonna hit. You don't know if people are gonna actually know your name. But if you're with a label,
you could actually spend years trying to make
Yeah.
yourself notorious for years before anyone realizes who you are and that you're making music.
But then with a label, I guess that process is kind of, you could get to a position where people are starting to know who you are and recognize your music. So then if you get to a high enough place, maybe enough money in your pocket, then you can maybe chase independence. That's probably
my friends, that brother is like very popular in our country already.
That's cool.
Like
That's
pretty
amazing.
popular. Yeah.
So now he can make the choice and go ahead with independent music making. That's pretty cool.
Exactly.
And he produces his own beats, so and
he's
he produces everything himself.
That's amazing. That's awesome.
The right way to go.
That's crazy good.
It's the right way to go. Send his stuff through, for real. We would love to check his music out and stuff.
Well, but Dimash fans are asking me, so I could ask you. I would ask you to react to other, because you have never you have to like see a lot of his stuff.
Definitely, we don't actually know that much.
We did a special, mate. It's coming out today.
Yes.
Dimash special.
Well, when everybody's seeing this or listening to this, it came out on Friday. But
what does it mean, special?
So we do like hour longs, like how we're doing like podcasts like this, but we review one specific artist or one specific genre from anywhere in the world, and we review several videos from them in that space. It comes out every Friday.
That's what Feature Friday stands for.
Yeah, so we're featuring different artists from around the world, and it's like our experience on and opening our music horizons a little bit more as well.
Yep.
And discovering amazing people like Dimash. So Friday we did we did like four or five videos from Dimash, and like live performances and so some pretty cool stuff. I was incredibly to say that I was overwhelmed by his talent and his performance, his stage presence, everything about him. It was one hell of a ride. I think I was exhausted.
When did you do it?
So it's coming out this Friday. So later on today, you'll be able to see. But
you already did the reaction, right?
Yes. So it'll be public.
I thought you would do it like live.
No,
streaming.
So
not yet.
The podcast on Friday, they're pre-recorded. So we record them on Thursday, and then we post them on Friday.
That's right.
And the podcast we're doing right now with you, which is Feature Friday Plus, goes out every Sunday.
Exactly.
So this will go out on Sunday, yeah.
Oh, so we're just recording right now, right?
Exactly.
And it's gonna be aired Sunday.
That's
perfect.
Right.
Yeah. So it'll be unedited and everything, but.
No cuts, no edits, but
because it's podcast, it's just straight up.
I'm gonna listen to it.
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
It's very interesting to listen to how I really sound and
You sound great.
how do you sound
Thanks. No,
and
it's
how I answer questions, because I'm struggling a little bit,
oh
answering your
really?
questions. Yeah,
Listen, you sound
just a
great.
tiny bit.
No, it sounds great. Your wording is fantastic. I am totally getting everything. It's so cool. But
Yeah,
yeah,
hopefully.
yeah, definitely. And I was just, watching Dimash on live performances. It's insane. So if you have, suggestions of live performances or anything like that, if you've got like backstage footage that we need to check out, like documentary style type stuff,
Okay.
my God, yes. I would love to see how that man's brain works, especially
I- I'm
preparing for
I'm
shows and stuff.
I'm gonna send links, but not to you, Valeska. I'm gonna do it to Efra, because you're ignoring me.
I didn't know. You know what? I posted you on my story today, and I saw your message just
I
then.
texted her like
Didn't
many millions
know.
years ago, but she didn't read that. And then
Well,
I
I'm
texted
so
Efra,
sorry.
and then he
I'm
answered me.
sorry. No serious hurt intent for real.
I think
I'm
I
so
texted
sorry.
you. I think I was the one that texted you, and then
First, you mean?
yeah, I think I texted you first. Did I?
I don't remember, but what
Come
was
on, man.
the theme of our discussion?
I feel
I'm
like
so sorry.
I feel like we're a couple fighting right now. Who was first, me or you, or who messaged who first?
No, honestly.
Um,
So yeah, any links that you want to send to Efra, it's fine.
Now
Honestly.
that sounds great. Now,
So what type of like suggestions have you been getting? Like, no, I know. What is your favorite Dimash like performance that you're like, there's nothing better than that?
you have never listened to it,
No,
but
I don't mind.
it is called. So there are a lot of favorite songs, but my favorite one is called Daiji Dao. It's
Oh,
a
we watched
Kazakh
it.
song.
We watched it. We
It's
watched
going
it.
live today.
Yesterday? Yeah, okay.
We
Okay.
watched
I like
it.
Daiji Dao, and I like the
Is that the one with
he
the
Yeah, and there was
yeah,
like
yep.
how
Dombra or
many?
something. I don't
Yes,
Dombra or maybe
really.
Balaika?
balalaika.
Oh,
Balalaika?
like no, it's a Russian instrument. No,
So
Oh,
it's
okay.
not that.
It's Dombra
no, it's
maybe.
not that.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah.
but that was insane, dude. When I watched like that opening scene
What
with,
the fuck?
I don't
It was
even know how many
insane.
people they were playing like
This
at the
one, I
same
mean, you
time.
mean
Yeah,
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 yeah.
he was
yeah.
playing?
Yeah.
There's like a whole line of people
Crazy.
playing it, and then he's playing it on stage as well. Is that the one you're talking about?
It's a national like thing.
Folkloric instrument. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people play it in Kazakhstan, in Kyrgyzstan as well.
Oh,
We have
wow.
the same analogy of this instrument. It's called kumus. Yeah,
Ah.
like it has like 3 strings,
Uh-huh. That
Yeah.
is so crazy though. I watched that and I was like, and the tempo of the music is so complex.
Fast?
No, it's complicated. Like it's not
Ah,
how you would think, like predictable. It wasn't at all.
ah.
Such a complex idea of the song itself. It
Yeah,
was
because
crazy.
it drags, so it doesn't
Pulls back on the tempo.
it doesn't have consistency, so it drags, pulls, and then becomes congruent again. So it's very like it's like how the hell, who came up with that?
Yeah, and the
Um,
strumming of the instrument is crazy.
So you're having a cultural shock right now.
Yes,
What was-
very
Right,
much
right.
so.
You know that he was wearing some clothes. Like he was wearing. Everyone was wearing specific clothing. Is that
It's also like a national thing. Yeah.
right?
But they don't dress like that fancy and that
Okay.
often.
Oh, I
Okay.
see.
But it's
I
a
see.
national thing. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
That is so cool. Honestly, I was totally blown away.
I think that's also my favorite as well. Yeah.
I can see why that's your favorite performance for sure. It's
Well,
it's
it also sounds very emotional to me, and maybe that's why.
it
Not
what
because of the
language?
instruments.
Yeah, but what language was he speaking? Because I was totally confused. I couldn't pick
Yeah,
out.
his own language, his
Kazakh.
mother tongue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see. That's incredible. The emotional intent throughout the whole performance was heart-wrenching. Like it touched me, and I didn't even know what he was saying. It was insane.
We had lyrics though. We had lyrics. We had lyrics for that one, so that was
Yeah.
good.
You know, I feel like I already saw your reaction by how you are reacting to my words right now. Yeah, really.
It's the effect of demand.
One funny thing is, you know, that, for example, Kyrgyz people, I can speak Kyrgyz, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I can understand Kazakh people as well. Like
Cool.
70, 80, 90%, I can understand them.
That's
Do
really
you have like
awesome.
same thing in your language?
So in Spanish, especially in South America, we're neighbors with Venezuela's neighbors with Brazil,
Mm-hmm.
and they speak Portuguese. They don't speak Spanish, and the way they speak Portuguese, we can understand a lot, like a good 50%
Can
of what
we?
they're saying. Yeah, no, yes,
Can we?
yes, yes. It's just the efforts, efforts.
Can you, Efra?
No.
Hell no.
Maybe she can, but you know.
Trust me, I have tried, dude. I've dated a few Brazilian women, and I'm like, talk to me in your mother tongue. Nothing.
No, but I personally find like, and I think a lot of like our people, Spanish speaking people, can understand Brazilian Portuguese a little better than Portuguese from Portugal, like the European Portuguese.
That
Yeah.
It's different, so the accent is very is totally different. It's like speaking English from here, England, and then hearing people speak from America. So the accents are very different. But
Different.
yeah, but I usually people that speak Spanish can understand a little bit of Portuguese, maybe Italian a little bit, but it gets complex with dialects, so say that you're
Well,
from
yeah,
the
so it's
the
almost the same.
the south of Italy, you will speak totally different to the people that live in Rome. So if you speak Spanish, you will not understand a single thing. But yeah, little similarities, I guess. But I don't think anything else, any other language, like you would not, if you speak Spanish, there's no way in earth that you can understand English whatsoever. It's like like not even close. So it's kind of hard.
You know, when I watch like people speak Spanish, when I watch people first speak English and then speak Spanish, I begin to imagine that you're like running with your like tongue,
Yeah,
because you talk Spanish really
really
fast.
fast.
Yeah,
Yes. Yeah,
and
I
it's
agree with that.
amusing in a good way. It's amusing. It's funny when you
That's
speak
how
Spanish.
I feel, for example, with Russian and German. Wow, it's so complex. It's like a whole um there, even the vowels sound totally different, and the
Yeah,
structures of the sentence are mumbled up, and it just is such a fascinating thing to me to see people speaking in German or Russian. Is incredible. Like when I hear your videos, I'm like, whoa, all of that comes out of one phrase. That's incredible. It's crazy.
yeah, I agree.
It's hard with Spanish though, because like in South America, you only like Spanish is just Spanish in South America, so it's just accents are different. But I don't think we have anything close to what you have there in like Kazakhstan and Kyrgyzstan, where you can understand regardless that it's a different language.
Mm, I thought it is like it is the same with you. I thought
A little similar, but we don't
a little, yeah.
understand. Yeah, but it's not that we don't understand. We would understand like 45% of the sentence if somebody was speaking, or like a good 45% of the
Mm-hmm.
conversation, we would pick it up.
Yeah, but like, if someone's like from Argentina and they speak to us, right, and we're obviously from Venezuela, 100%,
Mm-hmm.
it's just an accent. If they're from Spain, and then because now we're Europe, so if they're in Spain and then they speak to us, we would understand 1,000%, but they would have expressions and they pronounce letters differently. So South American Spanish, Latin American Spanish, I find we speak a bit faster.
We do.
And
way faster.
like the typical cuando nos vamos para la carpeta, like that.
It's pretty fast.
Yeah. But
like you're rapping.
Yeah.
But in Spain, I find
it's
take
more paced down. They
Yeah.
take their time with speaking.
I find it's actually more elegant.
Yes, definitely. I think so too.
Do you want to learn Spanish?
Me,
Yeah, you did.
I must learn Arabic, Arab language,
Arabic.
Yeah.
Arabic. Yeah, next,
Oh,
Why?
cool.
Why
and
must you?
then because as a Muslim, we have things
Oh,
we
right.
must do. So to read the holy book
The Holy Book, yeah.
in the original in the original language is like we should do it.
All
So
right.
yeah.
Bloody hell, but you're good. You're good with languages. That's nuts that you speak 5. That's not normal, just so you know. That is not common
That's
at all.
outstanding. 100%
And
outstanding.
that's very hard. Your brain will boil.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with that. It's genius level when people speak more than 3 languages. It's like how does your brain even cope with anything? It's overwhelming.
Well,
Awesome.
I'm gonna be honest with you. When people ask me how many languages I know, I say only 2. It's English and German, because Russian I learned it when I went to kindergarten.
Kindergarten.
Yeah, so I don't count Russian as a foreign language for myself.
I
And
see.
Kyrgyz and Uzbek, even if there are different languages, Kyrgyz and Uzbek people can understand each other when they speak their
Actually,
languages,
right.
I see.
as well as Kazakh people and as well as Turkish people. We all 4 can
Ah,
understand each other's languages.
That's
Like not
awesome.
that's
100%,
insane.
100%, but yeah, we even sound the same
Yeah, actually,
sometimes.
I was listening to some Turkish music not long ago for the first time, and yeah, there were certain similarities between those languages, and for a second I thought I was losing my mind, but now that you
No,
explained
no,
it makes sense.
no,
Yeah, yeah.
because all our languages came from like one language. You know what I mean?
Yes, yes,
And that's why they sound the same.
like Latin languages like Spanish, Italian, French, they all come
Yeah,
from
yeah, the same.
Latin. So what
Yeah.
what what is the root of your language though?
I'm not sure because I'm not good at history.
That's fine. That's fine. I just thought,
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Maybe Google would help us here.
Turkic languages.
Turkic.
Turkic. Yeah.
Ah,
Right.
that's pretty cool.
We've been listening a lot. Actually, we did a podcast, like just like we did about Dimash, like Dimash
Mhm.
special, like that's going out today. We did a special on Turkish music, and it they have probably one of the most it's like highly commercial hip hop, like what pops in Turkey, but it's
Yeah.
so bloody catchy. Like even
It's-
if you don't speak the language, you start like bloody hell. Like
It's
this.
very similar.
It encourages you to dance.
Yes, yes, it's very similar to reggaeton from
Reggaeton.
South
Yeah.
America. Yeah, it's kind of similar.
Dude, you know who you should watch in your channel? You should check out, like, you obviously like, class vocalists.
Yes,
There's this guy, his name is Jem
Gem Adrian.
Adrian. He's from Turkey.
Jem Adrian.
Yeah,
it was like
it's spelled
you
in
spell
Turkish
it
like Sem, like with that C and the funny.
CEM and Adrian.
Okay.
Yeah.
CEM Adrian. Okay.
Yeah, he's Turkish, but his vocal
Dude,
capabilities
class.
are insane. Alan, you
Look,
would love it. It's
I-
crazy.
I'm
And
not exaggerating. It's like it's top. Like this is Dimash, this is Jem. Like it's
he's pretty close. He also has that
they're the same level. I don't know. They're insane.
he's got a very peculiar voice, and his range goes crazy far as well. I think
Mhm.
his range is like 6 or 7 different octaves in his
Oh, snap.
vote. Yeah, it's crazy.
That's nuts.
But the poetry that he likes to sing is like folkloric Turkish music, but on a
Mhm.
like medieval type of like mystical music environment. It will give you goosebumps. It's absolutely beautiful. It's gorgeous artistry for real.
I'll definitely check it out, because
Yeah.
if the song has like Arabic or like Turkish vibes to it, instruments or something,
Yeah.
I would definitely like it.
Oh,
And that's why I suggested you to listen to Hello, because at the end he does what I call Arabic melismas.
Melismas, of course,
absolutely.
Yeah.
I have to be honest, those are the most difficult things to learn. As a singer, I can tell you those things just don't come natural. You really gotta like understand musicality to a whole different level to do Arabic melismas like that. It's crazy.
Have you
Do
ever
you
listened?
guys? I'm sorry for interrupting.
You go.
Okay.
Go ahead, you ask.
Do you ever wonder why like there are people like Dimash and this guy Adrian, and why, for example, you Efra or you Valeska don't have such like talents?
No,
Because
I think that is genetics, you know. We were talking about it. Yeah, I think it's
do you have any like
genetics.
crazy talents to share?
No. I don't like apart from just singing, that's it. I don't have anything
And
crazy.
Efra, apart from stripping,
Do I have
do
to
you have
say
anything?
No, I don't know. What would be a talent? I can
Like crazy talent, I don't know.
like that came like from nature, you know?
percussion.
Nature.
You was born with it.
For me, percussion.
What percussion? What is it?
The
Like drumming.
any type of drumming, like drum
okay.
sets. I play the drums. I play. I don't know how familiar you are with Latin instruments, like congas.
Not at all. This
Just,
stuff?
Yeah,
congas. There's something as a Spanish instrument called el cajon, which is like a box.
Spanish people that sing flamenco play it a lot. You know, when they sit on the box and they play it.
Well, I watch a lot of YouTube videos with like talented people who play on the streets.
Yeah.
Maybe I've seen one.
Yeah,
Maybe you
most
have.
definitely.
Yeah,
I
and
will send you some pictures so you can see what Efra likes.
anything percussion. Since I was a child, drum sets, drum kits, timbales, congas. I'll send you all these instruments so you have an idea.
Okay, so it means you're good with rhythms, right?
Since
Yeah.
I was a kid, yeah. It always
Oh,
came so
okay.
natural. I don't know why. And that's why, when we were touring, singing in Venezuela, nationally, and before we left with our band, that's what I was doing all the time. When Bale was singing, I was always the one in the drum set or percussion. But it's always been like that. Like not to sound arrogant, but I couldn't understand how other people couldn't do what I could do when I was a child.
Yeah.
But it was so easy to me.
I totally understand you.
Yeah, it was so
It's the
easy to me,
same.
but not to them.
Yeah.
What about you? What are your hidden talents or things that just came natural to you?
Do you have a 6 foot long tongue that can maybe touch your forehead?
No.
Thanks God, no.
You do magic.
No.
Oh.
Well, I'm not sure, but I think my talent is my charisma, and that's it.
Yeah, well, that's one gifted thing to have. Not a lot of people get like.
You know what's funny? It's interesting you mentioned charisma, because charisma and I find charm, sort of charisma and charm, are very
peculiar to the person.
Yes, like it's very difficult to fake, and it's very difficult to learn, and it's also some people just seem to fucking have it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I agree with your
like
statement.
Johnny Depp, for example.
Yeah, definitely.
Like for someone who I find very charismatic, like Daniel Craig, he seems to have this sort of air of James Bond, the guy that does James Bond, the modern James Bond.
Daniel Craig, the modern one. Yeah, I know him.
But even off stage, someone like Tom Ellis, this sort of he's the guy that does Lucifer in this new series. Oh, you don't watch Netflix? Fuck.
Well, I don't have Netflix, but it doesn't mean I don't watch Netflix series, you know?
Okay, so have you watched Lucifer? Have you watched Lucifer?
Yeah, of course.
Well, you know Tom Ellis,
seasons.
Lucifer.
Yeah, so Lucifer.
He's
the one who plays Lucifer.
Yeah. He's very charismatic. He has this sort of air of charisma and charm.
And he has
Robert Downey Jr.
He has that off camera as well. So that charm, that charisma, definitely is something hard to fake. Like you are either born with it or you aren't.
Oh, you don't have it. You can not learn this thing, you know?
Absolutely, I agree with that.
I think
that's a statement and a half. I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
Can you guys give me a minute?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I should do something.
No,
that's all right, no problem.
That's crazy. It doesn't have like Netflix.
Oh, it makes sense though. Like when you think about like how people in Venezuela, how these people
it makes
like
so much sense. Actually,
like I relate to a lot of stuff like this, especially when he's speaking of like the limitations
we're not
in his
stopping, are we?
country.
No need, do we?
No, like I don't think so. So like, you know, the limitations in his country are so similar to how we grew up in Venezuela.
Seems to be, yeah.
And I now they're 100% even
Yeah, it's probably
more
worse in
extreme,
Venezuela.
you know. So I totally I understand it.
What is your hidden talent, mate?
I don't have a hidden talent. I don't. I used to.
But mine's not very hidden.
No, mine neither. I don't have like a special talent apart from singing and things that I've worked on my whole life. I don't actually think I have anything else. You know, I was pretty gifted naturally with flexibility when I was young, and I kind of like nurture it.
Do you know what it feels like? It feels like when you go to school and then
like tell something interesting about
write a
you.
letter.
Yeah. Write an essay about the most interesting facts about yourself.
Yeah.
I used to hate those things.
Yeah. There's a lot of people that don't like talking about like, or
what
they become
they've got.
uncomfortable when it comes time to like, okay,
expose what they're good at.
Yeah, and
I understand that too.
And it's interesting, like it doesn't matter like how successful you are. Like for example, someone that really intrigued me on her approach about it was Jenny. When you watch this documentary, like it seems she doesn't like talking about herself in that sense. You know what I mean?
In that light.
We were just saying, Alan, that it's funny how some people, you know how, you know, we're talking about, you know, some of our qualities or the things that we think are hidden talents. And it's
things that we're good at.
Yeah, things that we're good at. And we were watching this documentary, and one of you know, these ladies are incredibly famous. One of the ladies from Blackpink, you know, like they have all the success and all the stuff. And one of the girls, Jenny, it's like she seemed to have a tough time talking about when it came to talking about herself. Like she didn't like it at all, and
she found it hard.
Yeah, but she was like, I just don't like it. And I also have friends like that, and we know artists that are like that, and they're like artists that are, you wouldn't imagine, millions of followers, millions of dollars in the bank account, good relationships, they're lovely people, but when it comes to the mic and they have to talk about them, it's like
they find it so difficult. And actually I kind of relate to a little bit into that, you know, especially not saying what I'm good at, but like going in depth and describing or expressing how I feel about the things I do. I find that hard to do, like hard to express. Like, oh, if you ask me, oh, what's your favorite song that you've ever written? I'll probably tell you, I don't have a favorite song. Like, you know, like I'm a bit taken aback.
What is the reason then? Because they are traumatized or something, or?
I think it comes down to insecurities, you know, like personal, especially in my case, I would think it just comes down to personal insecurities, feeling like
could also be a
you're
mix.
not good enough yet, you know that.
Do you not think, Alan, like it could also be because, you know, like this is so bizarre as well, like there's cameras involved, you know, we're in different parts of the world and stuff like that, and imagine we had, you know, we were super famous at this point, we were super world renowned, and there's cameras and you don't want to also seem arrogant or you don't want to, you know, annoy anyone, you know what I mean? So I reckon it's also a bit to do with that, you know.
Yeah, I got you.
Because like, yeah, you don't want anyone to hate you, I guess. So I guess all these artists, they have so much pressure. They're always like, oh, I don't like talking about me. Could be.
So in this case, you think what people think about you, right? And it's not, I think, right thing to do. You think what people think of you, so that's why you try to behave yourself.
Exactly.
Right
yeah,
way.
Definitely.
That's why it's such a dangerous train of thought, like to think what someone else is going to think of me, because it changes you automatically.
Is detrimental to
in a bad way.
Exactly.
Most of the time.
Yeah.
Most likely, yeah. It's crazy. This is good quality conversations, dude. Like I feel so posh and like sophisticated. This is cool.
Is there anything you wanna mention that's coming out, or any videos you got coming out next? Maybe plug your Instagram.
Before I say it, well, Valeska, what I started speaking Russian. Maybe I'm tired of English. It would be great if you had a Russian-speaking friend. You know.
Oh yeah.
It would be much easier for me. You said that you have insecurities, right? It's because I had the same problem before, And my father taught me that I should not compare myself to other people,
That's the
especially
best
to
type of
people that
advice.
are like richer and better than me in any ways. You
Yeah,
should not compare yourself to anyone else, because
that's
you are the person, and each person is unique in his own way. So
bravo to your dad's advice, and you for sharing with all of us. Honestly, I think
yeah,
that's the best way of approaching yourself in life.
Think,
That's just
think about it like this, because I'm sure someone watching as well, or a lot of people, myself, I'm sure you're at one point, Alan. It's you go through this process of comparing, always like,
it
why
is
is this?
always, yep,
Yeah,
yep.
why is
human
that YouTube
nature.
channel doing better? Why is my
Yeah,
music not a million hits and Eminem's is? Why is, or maybe just closer? Why I'm not such a good tennis player and as my best friend? Or why am I not as good of a model as he? Or why am I not getting contracts? Or, you know what I mean?
it,
Yes,
it,
It's
it
common.
happens even in school. Like, why is this person better than me in school than the rest of me? You know?
And one of the interesting bits is that it's so easy for our mind to forget the fact that what you just mentioned is it goes really deep. Uniqueness, right? So uniqueness is this whole bunch of variables and different stimulus that have shaped you, and experiences and nurture that have shaped in you into you, and no one else has had the same amount of extraneous variables, stimuli,
hmm,
parenting, schooling, watch the same videos for the same time, eat the same food, and you're gonna really put yourself in such a disadvantageous position to compare yourself to someone that you don't even know how the hell they were brought up.
That's
You know what
right.
I mean?
That's right.
It's so, when you think about it like that, it's like, that's so stupid. Why would I do that? But it's so easy to sort of fall into that train of thought
Yeah.
of, why is he better than me? Why is she better looking than me? If you're a girl, why is he? You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It happens all the time. Honestly, it's your dad's advice is golden. And it takes time to internalize. Like, it takes time for you to understand that that's
I
exactly.
understand.
Yeah,
It took me like good 5 or 4 years to
yeah,
understand it.
definitely. And I think it takes a lot of personal discovery, like development and willingness to get to know you a little bit. You know?
Yourself better.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the hardest part, in my opinion.
I agree with that.
I also find, do you not agree with this? I also find hobbies, like learning to do new things, help you so much in erasing that mentality of comparing yourself to others,
It humbles you.
because it puts you in that position of, oh, I'm shit at this, I'm terrible at this, because you just took it up. Like I'm about to pick up rollerblading, like roller skating. I want to pick that up
Yep.
just to learn something new. And it's obvious, like, I'm not going to compare myself to Tony Hawk, because I'm terrible at it. I'm a beginner. I'm a beginner. And that sort of mentality, if you do different hobbies, it puts you in such a vulnerable position, and it erases that ego, because that's all ego, I feel, when you're comparing yourself. It's just your ego trying to dig at you. Why are you not good? Why are you not so better than this person? But if you do different hobbies, I find it calms that monster down, and it just sort of sheds everything negative about it.
Yeah.
Maybe this is the exact thing that Dimash did, because he's very humble for a person like that.
Yes,
Like,
definitely.
he's a superstar, and he's really like down to earth person.
Yeah, it's crazy.
If I were him, I would go nuts.
Me too. That's what I said the first time I said it. I was like, if I had just a quarter of the talent that that guy has, I would be like,
Yes.
make way. I'm walking by, because he's
Yeah.
incredible, and how humble he is off stage. Definitely,
It baffles me, man.
yeah, it definitely amps up my admiration for him way more. It's cool. So plug us your Instagram or any of your socials that you want to like share with everybody who's listening, so they can go ahead and follow you and pop with your
How often do you do such podcasts?
every
week.
Sunday. So
So-
we get two.
Yeah, go
We do Fridays where we listen to Feature Friday, where we listen to specific genres or musics or from regions of the world on
Yes.
Fridays. And then we have Sundays is Feature Friday Plus, the one we're doing right now. Which is literally just talking about different topics that are happening in the world.
So, Alan, we've got two. One on Friday, one on Sunday.
Basically.
Basically, yeah, but they're like different, because on Sunday it's podcast, and on Friday it's just
music. It's more
action
reactions.
video.
Yes. So
music, yeah.
exactly. So Friday's more reactions, but because it's so lengthy, we decided to make it into podcast. So it gives us freedom to also talk and discover things that take our time. And then on Sunday, it's where we'll have people like you join us. We have a few artists lined up and stuff like that, and
Just
you know,
talk about
producers
music
and just fans as
Oh,
well. It's super cool, yeah. So you're our first guest, and
Bravo!
we'll, you know, we'll absolutely, of course,
really?
yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
I'm the first one.
yeah,
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 you
Okay.
are.
Well,
Congrats.
I'd like to be the second and the third and the fourth one as well, you know?
You're
Yeah.
I
always
really
welcome.
enjoyed talking. I
Honestly.
thought it would be like worse because
nah, man.
I was afraid of my English, but it went very well.
Oh, the doors are. Look,
No,
I told you,
honestly.
the doors are always open to you. So just let us know,
Anytime you
and
like to come
you know,
by.
and we'll figure out times and stuff like that.
Yeah,
And
let us know.
Okay.
it's
And
always open to you.
Can we like invite other people as well?
yes,
So at the
100%.
moment, right? So at the moment, we've got some difficulties because you know how you saw the video kind of drop in resolution.
Yeah,
So
because of
that,
the internet connection.
yeah,
Internet
so that's
connection.
connection issues. So at the moment, because also I feel the dynamic changes if there's more than like one, you know, one person and the three of us. So at the moment, probably best to keep it as the three. So,
Okay.
you know, us two, and then whoever comes, it could be you, Alan, it could be someone else.
Mhm.
But I think in the future, it would be interesting to maybe do, you know, four
Yeah.
people in the Zoom call and stuff like that, you know?
It would be super dope, but I really enjoyed talking to you. That is super insightful. Like I said before, getting to know somebody and understand their perspectives and the same things that we have common ground is always so fascinating to me. Thank you for coming
Yeah.
by. Honestly, what a pleasure.
Thank you for inviting.
No,
Efra,
honestly.
of course.
Ah, no
Efra
problem.
invited me.
No problem.
Oh my God, he's gonna dig
I'm
at
just
me until
I'm
I
just joking.
die.
I'm just joking.
I'm so
Thank you for
sorry,
inviting,
honestly.
guys.
No,
Honestly,
absolutely.
always welcome. And
So Alan's new music will be dropping next week.
That's right.
You got a date?
No, but it's gonna be before December 15th.
Okay, so
Okay.
before this, for December 15th, Alan's AA first single will be coming out, and
Exciting.
do subscribe to him. He translates and does amazing reactions. So
That's right.
awesome.
So we'll
Yep.
drip all of your socials on the description below here on YouTube. And yeah, everybody, should you go, you know,
Next
check
time,
out.
next time you come on, Alan, it'll be because you're promoting your first gig, and we're selling tickets.
Okay. Oh, by the way,
Go on.
Dimash is going to do a online concert.
Yeah.
Did you hear about that?
No, I didn't know about it.
Didn't he do it already?
No, it wasn't online,
Oh,
my brother. He'll do online on January 15th.
Okay.
And the ticket costs. So I did a YouTube stream 2-3 days ago, and Deers just made me to buy a ticket. You know, it's only $10.
Oh, that's great. So
Well-
you're gonna watch it on live in the moment. That's amazing.
No, I'm gonna record myself because
yeah, you can't.
yeah, I cannot stream it on
Yeah.
YouTube.
No.
Yeah.
But I like your experience. You're gonna be watching it as it's happening.
Yeah, but I would like to be on his concert because
Oh,
he actually wanted to do a concert in Astana, which is like if I fly to Astana, it's gonna be like 2 hours, you know, so I could watch him live.
That's amazing. What an
Yeah,
opportunity.
That would be amazing if this COVID wouldn't take place.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Anyways,
So what,
thank you for
January. So say it again. January the 15th is Dimash's concert.
January 15th, yeah.
15th. Okay. Yeah, we'll buy our tickets as well.
we'll watch it
Check
too,
out
and then
his
we can talk about it
official
later.
channel. Yeah.
All right.
Awesome stuff, man. Pleasure to have
Fantastic.
you, brother.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Peace out.
Thank you too. Peace.
Bye.
Goodbye.